Good morning, guys. It's about 7:30 on Tuesday. So this has got to be probably the worst but most beneficial thing I do with my training, fasted cardio. So thankfully for me, I have a treadmill in the house, so I don't have to actually go to the gym and wake up in the morning. But I do gotta wake up early for me. 7:30 might be late for some people, but I had to get up around 7:30 or so, and then pretty much walk upstairs. Like I said, it's nice to actually have one in the house. And I do about 15 to 20 minutes of sprints. Again, it's not the first thing I want to do in the morning, especially if I haven't eaten. I don't eat anything. I pretty much just still drink water. But it is the most beneficial because it pretty much burns all the fat that I kind of just have hanging around. All my hard areas to get fat losing is pretty much lower stomach and then on the sides. That's where I hold most of my fat. So essentially by doing this, I'm pretty much burning those sources because I have nothing in my stomach right now. So it's using those pockets of fat pretty much as energy right now. So I burn those off easier. But yeah, we'll do about 15 minutes and then we'll get something to eat. So we just finished about 15 minutes sprints. Just a tip for everybody out there. Usually people go, 15 minutes of sprints, all right? So that's like 15 sprints, right? Most of the time, yes, but to really increase your, your metabolism and your heart rate and just your overall well-being and health, try to sprint more than you rest. I know in the past, for the longest time, I was always doing 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, or 30 seconds on, a minute off, a minute and a half off, which again, it's not bad because you're still doing the sprints, but the goal at the end of the day is to be able to sprint more than you rest. So what I just did this morning was 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off, kicks your ass. So after 15 minutes, I was probably about roughly 20 plus, set to sprints. Now it's only, 7:55, 8 o'clock. My body's already starting to burn fat right now before I eat anything. So that's why we do this in the mornings, because we're trying to burn off the fat that we have sitting, in our pits or in our pockets of fat that we pretty much can't burn during the day. So those, really hard to burn areas, this is the best way to do it because you're pretty much forcing your body to kind of use that as the energy to just burn it right off. So I'm gonna finish the cool down right now. I'm gonna go get something to eat. So we're in the kitchen now. Just came downstairs, finished the cardio. So anybody that's pretty much been following me for a long time knows that I essentially eat the same thing every single morning. I feel like I go on a 6-month spree of eating the same breakfast, and then I'll decide to just change it up out of nowhere. But for the past few months or so, I'm pretty much eating the same exact thing every single morning. So we start off with egg whites. I do about 5 servings. So a serving's 46 grams. So 5 servings of that is about 230 grams. So I'll cook that up. Maybe a little bit of ketchup on it just for taste, because honestly I hate the way they taste just plain. It's kind of gross. Yeah, and everybody's gonna start complaining, oh my god, there's so much sodium, but guys, you're gonna burn it off if you sweat a lot. So just think about that. So on top of that, along with the eggs, I'm gonna make it a smoothie. So I'm gonna show you guys here. Essentially, what I use for the smoothie is frozen fruit. So this pretty much has pineapples, mangoes, and strawberries. And then these are just plain steel cut oats, I'm pretty sure. And essentially I just put half a cup of that in with the frozen fruit with some water, and I'll just mix it in this magic bullet I bought here. Other than that, I may do a small protein shake if I don't have the eggs. I want to get protein in the morning, so that's about 30 grams for the protein shake. But other than that, that's pretty much going to be breakfast. not the craziest breakfast, but at the same time, it's, you know, it gets most of the nutrients I can get in for the morning, especially after I just ran. Other than that, I might do 2 slices of this new bread that I bought. It's called Ezekiel bread. You can see it here. I don't know why I bought this. I know it's kind of strange because most people don't eat this kind of stuff. But I used to work for this doctor that had this, you know, study. It was like the blood type diet. So essentially he developed 4 different diets for the 4 different blood types. And it kind of, you know, told you like, based on these foods, this is what you should eat, this is what you shouldn't eat. To kind of, you know, gain the most energy throughout the day or have the most, the healthiest well-being, you know, throughout your life and kind of avoid diseases and so on and so forth. So of course, you know, I went back to the book and I was like, you know, I haven't really read into this since I used to work for this guy in the shipping department. So I looked into it and I was, you know, I wouldn't say freaking myself out, but kind of just panicking over all the foods that I said to avoid were essentially everything I was eating. So lately I just been kind of like, you know, kind of adjusting what I've been eating to kind of just match that lifestyle just a little bit. It is hard to really, you know, take out all these foods that I eat that it says to, you know, quote unquote avoid. So, you know, in the morning, instead of having like a lot of oatmeal, which just says not to have a lot of oatmeal, you know, I'll put these 2 slices of bread, which just says is really highly beneficial. It's mostly just like, what does it say? It's like pretty much gluten-free bread, barley, wheat, spelt. I mean, it's all these crazy different, you know, grains that pretty much goes into the bread. It doesn't taste bad at all. It tastes literally like just regular cinnamon raisin bread. Maybe I'll put a little bit of peanut butter on it, maybe not, but essentially that's breakfast. So we're gonna cook that up and then we'll head off to work.